12 News at 10 with Mark Curtis and Caribe Divine starts now.
And we begin with the latest on wildfires burning near Kearny tonight, forcing evacuations.
Crews are battling both the Shake and Ray fires tonight. The Shake fire has burned over 100 acres with no containment, while the Ray fire is at 51 acres with 10% containment. However, within the past hour, we've learned that crews have stopped forward progress on both fires. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Caribe Divine.
I'm Mark Curtis. The small town of Kearny is once again on edge tonight. You may remember a wildfire burned several homes there back in May. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly is live in that community tonight, about an hour and a half east of Phoenix. Chase, what's the latest on the evacuation orders?
Mark Caribe, right now 150 homeowners were told they are under evacuation. That information coming out to us within the past 2 hours by the Pinal County Sheriff's Office. I want to go ahead and show you the full screen of all the areas that are under go status, meaning they are under evacuation. That includes the 500 block of Hatfield and the 400 block of Jamestown. Now, the previous go status for the area north of Shake is lifted, but residents are still being told they are on ready status, meaning they may have to leave at a moment's notice. The 500 block of Greenwich remains in ready, and the Breezeway and Saguaro mobile home parks also remain in ready status. So 150 homeowners told to evacuate, with hundreds more on standby waiting to get that notice. And earlier today, we did speak with homeowners who were in that evacuation zone as they were packing up their belongings and leaving. From their rooftops, people watch smoke and flames approaching their homes.
I was getting close, and my neighbors, they had it creep up right to their backyard, like 80 yards away.
All from fires burning around Kearny, Arizona. Teresa Naranjo is one of many homeowners told to evacuate.
We had one of our cops, he was driving down in a quad down the road, and whoever's outside, he was telling, we're on go status, and we need to get all the guns and pictures out and get out as quick as possible.
So was Emily Rudder. But before she left,
trying to water my Nana's house to make sure it doesn't get caught.
Including her grandma's prized possession.
My Nana's Mustang. Can't lose that beauty.
Others did the same while watching several aircraft make fire retardant drops right next to them. Grabbing belongings and leaving is nothing new for the folks here.
This is our 4th time packing up for a wildfire.
You've been evacuated 4 times before.
Yeah.
It's been a hard time for Kearny residents over the last month or so. There's been multiple evacuations in this area due to wildfires.
Tiffany Davila with the Arizona Department of Forestry and Fire Management said crews started structure protection around these homes.
They do have retardant pretty much on all sides of the fire.
Mother Nature, though, is making their jobs harder.
Wind is definitely a concern.
Forcing aircraft to land, mixing in hot temperatures and dry brush, the flames forcing its way past containment in some areas.
The fire did push through the retardant. It slopped over, meaning it jumped that containment line.
Still, crews are not stopping their fight to get containment, hoping Wednesday will allow them to attack the fire once again from the air. In the meantime,
these crews won't be going home anytime soon. They'll be out here through the night, making sure these lines hold with the wind event coming in.
And we're told the fires were human-caused. We're also told that a fire investigator is out here to investigate and determine exactly how they were started. Of course, a very active situation here, and we'll be sure to continue to follow it and update you as those evacuation orders continue. For now, we're live in Kearny. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
All right, Chase, hopefully those firefighters will be able to get the upper hand on those fires. In the meantime, we want to talk about the Pius Fire, which is burning about 20 miles northeast of Payson tonight. It's burned 1,300 acres and is still 0% contained. Sky 12 got a view over the fire a little bit earlier today. You can see lots of smoke there and some flames. Evacuations are still in place. People in and around Bear Canyon Lake and Knoll Lake were asked last night to leave the area. You can find updates on all of this right now by going to 12news.com/wildfires.
Today was another weather impact alert day with dangerous heat all across the valley. An excessive heat warning remains in place until Friday night, and we continue to flirt with records. Meteorologist Ginger Jeffries is here with your weather impact forecast. And Ginger, did we break any records today?
We met a record. Yesterday we smashed a record. Today we met a record. It is sizzling outside, folks. 116, but look at how long this record was in standing for, since 1958. Normal for us this time of the year. We haven't been normal for weeks, but 107 is where we should be. In our overnights, I think that's where we're really feeling the pinch, because we're really not seeing any kind of relief as temperatures only get down into the 90s. So just kind of put this into a frame of reference. Last Friday, we hit a high of 118, highest temperature of the year so far. We did that again yesterday, breaking the record of 115. So we are on the heels of record heat, and there is more to come. In fact, look at Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Here's the forecast temperature, and here's your record. Tomorrow, we're going to do it again. Thursday, I think we're going to be in the vicinity. Look at the record at 118, and by Friday, our temperatures should be at least meeting the record. So this week alone, I see at least 3, possibly 4 potential days for some record heat. Clearly, National Weather Service saying the excessive heat warning needs to be extended through Friday, and we have some potential for areas closer to Lake Havasu to see temperatures upwards of 121 degrees. So tomorrow, that means temperatures are going to get up to about 116, very close to where they were today. So through Friday, understand, because of the excessive heat, you need to limit your outdoor activity. But now, folks, this is where it gets interesting. Our monsoon meter is taking a jump. That's because we've got a lot of moisture now filtering into play, and tomorrow we've got a healthy opportunity for some pop-up thunderstorms to the eastern side of the state, but that is going to morph into the valley by the weekend. Details coming up in my full forecast. Back to you.
Okay, Ginger, thanks. An absolutely heartbreaking story out of Marana tonight. A 2-year-old girl is dead after she was left in a hot car. Marana police say the child's father was running errands and went inside a home for 30 minutes to an hour. When he returned, the child was unresponsive. Investigators say there are still a lot of unanswered questions about what happened.
Well, the initial information is that, yeah, he left the child in the car. The car was running. The AC was operational. We're trying to determine, obviously how long he was in the house, at what time the car maybe if shut off or the AC stopped working. All we know is that the child was left between 30 minutes to an hour.
It's unclear if the father will be facing any charges.
And as the valley swelters under this intense heat, data from Maricopa County suggests that just a few degrees can make a big difference when it comes to the number of heat-related illnesses. Tonight, 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra has more on the takeaways from that report.
The data shows heat-related illnesses are at their highest when the high temperature is 115 degrees or hotter, or when the low temperature doesn't fall below 90 degrees. Standing outside on a July day in Arizona.
Literally sweating and dying.
It doesn't matter what the temperature is, it's hot.
Once it gets to like 105, there's nothing you could do. You got to get to that AC.
But new data from the Maricopa County Department of Health shows just 5 degrees can make a deadly difference. The 2018 to 2022 heat morbidity report says there was a 76% increase in the number of heat-related illnesses when the temperature increased from 105 degrees to 110.
Once we start seeing them get into the 110s, kind of in the 1-teens, we definitely start seeing an uptick in the number of people that are presenting with heat-related illnesses.
Banner Emergency Room Dr. Monish Bao says he sees patients suffering from heat exhaustion and heat stroke. People who stop sweating and become confused or altered are encouraged to seek medical attention right away.
The internal body temperatures get so hot that it starts breaking down your own organs, and it can lead to ultimately death, but you can also have renal failure, you can have kidney failure, and also a lot of internal organ derangements.
Maricopa County reports a total of 14 heat-related deaths so far this year. More than 200 cases are still under investigation.
The hotter it gets, the more dangerous it becomes.
And the summer is far from over.
But I feel like I'm just so dehydrated every time I walk out of the house.
Phoenix has already experienced 22 days at 110 degrees or above, according to the National Weather Service. That's more than the average of 21 days per year.
It could just hit you out of nowhere, so just stay cool, Arizona.
The report says a third of these heat-related illnesses start at home. If you need a place to stay cool, we have a list of heat relief sites on our website, 12news.com. Reporting in downtown Phoenix, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
Gabby, thanks. New at 10, we're getting a look at the daring rescue of an Arizona man who was injured while climbing Mount Hood in Oregon. Officials say 55-year-old Chris Zwierwinski was climbing the mountain Saturday morning when he slipped and fell about 700 feet. It happened at 11,000 feet. Climbing rangers and several off-duty military medics saw the fall and climbed down to provide first aid. A helicopter from the Oregon National Guard was able to do what's called a hot landing on a wind-carved snow formation before flying to a local hospital. Zwierwinski was reported to have critical injuries. His current condition is unknown.
New at 10, Chandler police are trying to find two Good Samaritans who helped a woman. Police say that shortly after 5 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, a woman called in to report an assault on her adult daughter. Details on what happened are unclear, but police say that the incident occurred close to Chandler Boulevard and Hamilton Street. The woman involved in the incident mentioned two people who helped her. Police are hoping that those people, a woman who the victim says helped her cross the street and a man driving a silver or a light-colored pickup truck, are able to come forward and provide some more details on this case.